Good morning. Coffee. Hey, so this morning, it's nice and early. I figured I'd get started. It's supposed to rain a couple times a day, but that's not a big deal to me. I'll be inside. Anyway, in the old days, I would have been like, well, I can't work today. So a couple things. I got the fan clutch delete in this weekend, which is just an aluminum piece that takes the place of the fan clutch. Will keep the fan running all the time. Yes, I know it robs me of horsepower, but not a big deal to me. This is just a cruiser, and I'd rather have the engine cool than a fan clutch go bad and not cool my engine. Anyway, then I got a new console. I just broke down and got the new console. So I'll have to switch everything over to this. It comes with these big, nice gaps, and I bought a new bracket because I didn't want to do it the old one. So there's a new bracket down there. So we'll get this all pulled out. We'll get that oil gauge line hooked up, and we'll get the new console hopefully in. We'll see if it lines up. It should line up a lot better. Everything is where it's supposed to be on this thing. It has all the little tabs inside too, so it'll be much more secure. So that'll be nice. But yeah, we'll test fit it and all that here in a bit. I need to clean all this up and take all that out, hook that oil pressure gauge and put it all back, and then line this up. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted. And yeah, so let me get in here and start tearing this out and test fitting that. All right, so a little bit of victory lap here. I mean, she actually went in this time, which is crazy. There is just a little gap on this side. I'm thinking when I put the bolt on the bottom and it'll kind of suck it to it. We'll see. If that little gap stays there, I'll fill it in. This side just pulled it right down into where it's supposed to be. This side is just a tad higher, I think, but I'm going to leave it alone and call it good. If I have to fill that, I will. I went out and looked at a bazillion pictures of Corvettes 1971s online, and a lot of them have a huge gap all the way across. So my gap looks pretty good compared to those. So I guess it's just kind of a thing for these years. I don't know. But anyway, this side came in nice and tight. This side has just a little bit of gap. We'll see what the bolt does on that. And then I'll worry about this, getting this AC lines and the heater. I think it's AC switches or whatever that goes up here, heater switches, whatever. And we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll get this bolted up. And I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to get too excited because I'm sure there's something coming my way. But just to get this in here like this is, yeah, remarkable because it was not fitting before. So thrilled. The oil pressure gauge is hooked up too, which is another good thing because I don't know why I didn't do that before. I didn't have it and didn't think of it and was like, oh, well, I'll get it later. But you can't. It would just be pumping oil out of the engine. So anyway, so I'll get that done. Then I also have the new winch wiper switch, so I'll get that switched out. But one step at a time. Let's get this bolted up on here and go from there. Thrilled to make it this far. I mean, honestly. So let's get the bolts on there and go from there. Oh my goodness, my hand's cramping up. I got cuts on my arm. It's one of those things where once you get it on there, you better keep going. But it did tighten that gap up, and that's really, really nice. I mean, honestly, really nice. I probably could get a couple more cranks on it. I don't know. I think I'm just going to let it sit and let it form in there. But it really did close that gap. So that's nice. That's acceptable now to me. So yeah, now I can go on, move on, and start putting, the rest of this together. Just absolutely thrilled by that, though. I mean, it just totally closed that gap. There's a little bit of fuzz or something in there. I gotta be real careful. I don't want to damage. There you go. Damage anything, but yeah, it really did good. It locked it down. I mean, there's a baby gap in there, but I think just over time the car will creak and it'll settle. Maybe I'll have to get in there and tighten them bolts up a little more, though. If I did that, if I wait that long, I better check this other side now that I got that side tight. It might have. No, it didn't loosen up. Okay. It's just so hard to get in there on this side. It's crazy. Yep. I probably could crank down on that just a little more. It's not as long as the other side. Of course, it's up just a little bit too. Yeah, I think I'll play with it just a little more. I don't want to hurt anything, but it is settling. I can see it's kind of pushing in. It just doesn't fit 100%, but it's pulling it up. Yeah, I'll get a couple more turns on that, I think, and then I think I'm going to leave it alone. You can see it's even closing up now that we're playing, just jiggling it. It's closing up a little more. It's really pulling on that. So beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I can't tell you how thrilled I am. I was getting frustrated with this. I was just like, man, whatever. And really what it was is it was a disformed console. So ordering the new console, even though it was like almost $500, was the right thing to do, I think, in this case. If anything, it gave me our morale victory, which I needed for this. All right, so I'll switch gears and switch gears. I'm not going to switch gears. I think I'm going to try to get 2 more twists on that thing. I should have did it while I was in there. And then I think I'm going to go over and just touch this side again just to make sure it's not loose. It feels tight, but and then I'm going to go ahead and start installing the rest of it in there. I think we're in a good place. So thrilled. All right, let's keep moving on. All right, I got it in there. I got a few more cranks on her. I think I did 20 cranks, but it only, that's only barely turning that nut. So anyway, yeah, she's nice and flush all the way across now. Just super thrilled. I mean, look at the fit and finish. It's getting there for a 70s car. It's awesome. So let me get moving on, and I'll get back with you. All right, so things are going pretty well. I got this back console in. It lines up really well. The tray in the center, the bezel in the center, I need different clips for these bottoms here. The holes are there. The clips that I have won't fit to those. They do fit to the front, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I'm not complaining at all. I mean, that's easy peasy, right? We can always get to that. So I'm gonna move on to heater controls, get the heater controls in, and then we'll work on the other side of the dash, I think, after that. So yeah, so that's where I need to tighten that radio up too. So that's where I'm at. We're in a decent position right now, so we'll just keep working at it and getting done what we can, and go from there. Ooh, all this carpet keeps sliding on me. Remember, I didn't glue the carpet down because I'm going to do sound deadening later. We're just going to leave it alone. I think the seats and the side seals will hold it in place enough to get us through this wedding, and then we'll come back and redo it all. Yeah, at some point. So, all right, let's get busy. Let's get this heater bezel in there. I know this is going to be a pain because it just doesn't sit in there right. I mean, it bolts in, so I mean, it goes there, but I think it must be aftermarket vents or something. I'm not exactly sure, but it just doesn't want to line up right. You got to really push on it, and it's scratching this bezel up a little bit too, which sucks because it's brand new. I think I got scratches on it already. Man, I'm so happy with this right though. Woo, I'm happy with that. thank the good man above, because that was getting on my nerves. All right, so yeah, let's get busy. Was kind of a pain to get in there. I really don't like the way this carpet sits. I didn't cut up here. You know, this was already like this. We didn't cut, we trimmed back here, but yeah, I don't care for that much. It is what it is though, I guess. It's the way it fits. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. Yeah, I'm tempted to put a slit in it, you know, just to push it down or whatever, but you know, I don't want to screw it up here, but it's short here. See, it doesn't go up in there. So I don't know. I don't know. We didn't do any trimming there. What a pain. Anyway, so we'll just keep pressing forward. It is what it is. I guess that's 70s quality there. I don't know. You guys that have these probably could tell me what's going on there. I guess if I glue it down, it won't be as bad as, but man, it's ugly. But I guess you'll be sitting up a little bit. You won't see it from the whatever. Still, it just sucks when you're sitting down here like this. All right, well, let's get this cap on here on this side and keep moving forward. Get this interior in here. Woo! So it's really been a good Corvette day so far. We got the dash in there, which is very impressive because I was getting very frustrated by that. So I'm glad it's in there. You know, 70s fit and finish, I guess, but hey, whatever. So we got the side kick plates in, the radio covers on. I mean, she's starting to look like a Corvette, right? So we'll get her vacuumed up here in a bit, but I think I'm going to work on getting these covers on the windshield here. It's a 3-piece gig. I think I have all new stuff to put on there, so we'll get that put on there, and then I'll probably just vacuum up or whatever, and then maybe we'll do the door seals. I don't know. I need the clips for these side things here. These are terrible looking, by the way, but I'll need to. They'll be hidden by the seats, but I need to get the clips and whatever else holds these on there. So we'll have to get that figured out. I should have thought of that, but I didn't. Of course, I could say that all along. There's just been thousands of things that you don't think about till you're at it, you know, whatever. But a good feeling to get the dash on. We got the new windshield switch in there because one of them was broken. I should have just bought two. I don't know why I didn't buy the other one, but the other one works fine. It just, man, if you're replacing one, you might as well replace both. They're just plastic. So, well, whatever. So I'll get this vacuumed out, I'll get this windshield stuff going, and then we'll get her vacuumed out, and then I don't know, maybe we'll even sand up some seat frames and get those painted up today. Who knows? All right, well, let's just get busy and we'll do what we can do. I think it's like noon, if you're wondering. So I started around 7:38. So not bad, not bad. Really coming together today. Just happy, 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 happy. All right, let me get to work. All right, so she's looking really good. I don't like the carpet up underneath this thing. I'll probably put a slice in it or something. I don't know how I'm going to do it to get it to form in there right, but we'll figure that out later. I have not glued the carpet down because I'm going to do some kind of a heat barrier / sound deadener. Not sure exactly what yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. I need the bolts for the seal plates here and the clips to go on this. And I need to get more drill bits. I've broken 3 drill bits. It's ridiculous. I'm ridiculous with small drill bits. I just break them. I don't know. I think I wobble or something. So anyway, I need more drill bits. So I'll get those from Lowe's later. And yeah, so in order not to stop the inertia that I have going, I think I'm going to go up here and get this on. We put the other side on, the louver. We put the other side on quite a while ago. I'll need to drill a hole and then put this clip in with a rivet. And then the rest of it just kind of bolts in there and screws in there. So we'll get that going and try to get that done. That'd be great. Originally, I didn't put it on because I was going to work on the air conditioner. Now I'm just holding on the air conditioner until later. If we get that done, then I'm going to move in here and get this fan on here and the belts and all that stuff and see if we can't get that rolling now that I have that kit in. And then we could button that up, which would put me to the place where I'm looking at fluids and a battery to see. I think I'm getting close to starting her, honestly. Dang close. So anyway, let's get the louver going and not dream about starting it because that's ridiculous. That's too far from now. The thing is, I'm running out of time. So with what I see in my schedule in the near future, I've got to get as far on this as I can get. All right, well, let me get working on this. All right, that was a total pain. It really needs to shift back a little more, but it's fine. I'll live with it. What a pain. The body work that they did went further up where the bracket should be. Didn't realize it, so I riveted that in all the way back, but just wasn't far enough back. So I ended up grinding out some, whatever. But we got it on there, the bracket. And then I had to go reach from this side and get the clip, which wasn't that bad, which I did, and got that in there. So that's good. That's all taken care of. So now let's shift gears and let's get on this fan and see if we can't get that in today. And then get these belts on and get all that stuff locked down because right now it's all just loose in there. All right, let's work on that. Right, just like everything else, I go to put the fan blade on there and it's scraping against the top. I mean, what the heck? Plenty of room on the bottom, no room on the top. These are obviously down, so I need to loosen those up. And I don't know what else is on the bottom, but I need to pull it up somehow so it's off the fan blades. It's always something, isn't it? All right, well, let's quit complaining about it. Let's loosen these up, figure out what else is holding it down because I'm sure there's other bolts and see if we can't pull it up. All right, so that's going to be calling it a day. I'm going to switch gears and get fuel and mow the grass and whatever, but we got the interior in there, which is looking really good. That makes me happy. We got this pulley thing sitting here, but the belts still aren't right. I have to get longer belts. I'm not sure why or what's going on. And the fan shroud is hitting the top of the shroud there. So, I mean, worst comes to worst, I can cut it back a little bit until after the wedding and then get it the right part. So there is a way forward if I need to. However, I need to get belts. I need to find the right belts. The ones they sent are not working. I'm not going to say they're not correct because who knows what I have wrong on this thing that's not for that. Maybe this bar here is, I don't know, too big. I'm not sure. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. You know, who knows? There was 3 or 4 Corvettes in the garage there with this one, and who knows if the parts got intertwined or something. I don't know. So, but that's where I'm at. Nothing's really fitting correctly. You'd think it'd be easy from here on out, but nope. I mean, I thought seriously I would just bolt this on there now that I got that fan clutch eliminator and throw the belts on her and go. No, I was wrong, because the belt was too short going from the body pulley to the alternator. So obviously it goes around that, around this, and then over there. And then this other one goes around both those and goes to the AC. And then the bottom one just goes directly to the power steering. So yeah, but I can't even get it to reach around the bottom, that, and even get to the alternator. So I don't know why. But it is what it is. That bracket's not on there wrong. I mean, that's the way it has to go. And that bracket's not on there incorrectly, I don't think. But yeah, disheartening. But hey, look, we got the side vent in, the louver, and we got the the dash, not the interior, the dash on. We even got some of this front going here. We'll have to get some different screws and drill bits and all that stuff. But and then of course I'll have to get all the stuff for the sides. But that being said, we've got a lot done. So I'm pretty happy with what we did. All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to go get fuel and start mowing my grass because it's terrible, and try to get that knocked out. So, all right. All right. So we've been doing a lot of stuff off camera lately, and me being we, as in Jeff, he's over there, and me. And one of the issues I was having before was that the fan was touching the top of the shroud. Well, that's no longer the case. What we ended up having to do is jack up the front. There are brackets on the inside here, and it just pushed it up a little bit, enough to make it clear. I think I might come back and do a little more space in there just because, but it does clear now. We only have the alternator belt on, nothing else. We're about to put coolant in it. I went and got a red top battery, off the battery, so that we got a battery in it, and we're gonna put coolant in it, and then some gas, and we've already put oil in on the in the 2 tops just to get the rocker arm some oil. It is full on oil, and yeah, I think we're ready to fire her up, or at least try anyway. So we'll put coolant in it and then some fuel, and I'll get back with you. All right, we're gonna put gas in this thing. We just put radiator fluid in it. Just kind of looking over everything. Last minute stuff, you know. My wife went to get towels so we can put towels all across the back, because that fuel thing's right in the center of the trunk, as you guys know. There you go. Bought a fancy-dancy gas tank today just so we could pour it with a big throttle on it. So there you go. So we'll put it over the thing, push the button, it should flow, and we should be able to stop it. So we're gonna do that real quick and we'll get back with you. Go. Oh, look what I'm doing. Episode's coming soon. It's getting exciting.
Find a short online where there's a car that looks similar on fire, and then put that in there.
And then put, oh no! This is working pretty slick though, this little tank of gas thing.
Oh, you know what? The belt's rubbing on the hose.
The belt's rubbing on the hose? That's not good. Because it's not down.
Oh, and we have to find something to tighten that with.
It's loose?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The top thing is loose?
Yeah, see, I've already siphoned coolant into it here, and it's coming out of the top of the water pump.
Not good. All right, here we go. All right, just so everybody knows what's going on, we had a point issue. We got that going. We think she's about to fire. She's puffing. But then look what comes out the back. Ah, the rat's nest in there. Looks like it's pretty clear now. I can still see some in there, but for the most part, it's clear. So we're just gonna keep trying to get it to blow out. But fun, huh? It was in storage in a guy's barn for years before we got it. So. All right, so I can't make it up. We actually got it started off camera. The camera died when we were messing around, and then we just couldn't get it to run. The distributor was actually off. I had put a right angle for the tachometer on there, and it was getting in the way of the distributor going any farther back. So we thought it was fully back. It wasn't. So we do have it running, but we do have like a backfire or misfire or pressure coming back through the carburetor. I don't know if one of the lifters is too stuck, or somebody mentioned that fuel pump I had on there was too big for this car and would be a higher PSI, which then would cause it to run lean, and maybe that's what the backfiring is. But it seems like it's out of one cylinder. I'm not 100% sure, but you can hear it in just a second. So I'll show you what it sounds like.
Somebody that you know graduated, call me up, 844-444-6274. One more time, because I know it's a lot of fours. 844.
All right, so you can kind of hear that. It is exciting because the dang thing is running, and that's hasn't been running for years. So it's exciting to have a run. I'm gonna have to research more of that. I'm not that big of an engine guy. So we'll figure it out and find out what the popping is. But yeah. All right, well, we're gonna call it night. It's late at night, and Jeff's got to get on an airplane tomorrow, and my niece is graduating and a bunch of other things. So we got to get in and get showered up. Of course, I'm covered in gasoline because we had a gas leak, which I had to tighten up. So yeah, if you do know, you can throw it in the comments, and we'll go from there.
Not because I want to look fancy on the show, but because I'm sick. I'm actually wearing it for the
Look at the rat nest coming out of there, boy. Woo! That's gross. All right, see you guys. All right, so it's been a week. We actually just got back this afternoon. The bus ran great. We went on a trip for a week, and all I thought about the entire time was this. So I came right back, and this afternoon, even though I'm beat from driving, I cracked open the covers, and sure enough, I found a rocker arm that was extremely loose. Several of them were set wrong. I have no idea. You know, it's been 6-7 years. I don't know. So anyway, put it on top dead center, went through the sequence all the way around, did it methodical, check marks, you know, turned to 180, did the other 4, 180, did the other 4, 180, did the other 4. But they are all set now. I've knocked them around to make sure that sometimes your socket holds it from moving and your gap isn't right, but they are all done now. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to have it in this position. I am worn out though, to be honest with you. I'm glad that I found the problem. I'm glad I didn't run that engine any more than I did too. Oh my gosh, that could have been terrible. So anyway, I'll put the covers back on. I'm going to re-prime it again just because, and then I'll put the distributor back in. Well, we'll re-prime it. I guess I'll put it on top dead center before I re-prime it, then re-prime it, and then put the distributor back in. And then, yeah, whatever. We'll close it all up, get it all back together. That's where I'm at. Just wanted to give you an update. It took me all afternoon just to do this, to get the lashes right. So there you go. I will probably see you again tomorrow, because I'm going to get this all back together, and we'll fire it up and see if we haven't fixed the problem. I'm pretty sure we have. And I'm so grateful I didn't run this any more than I did. My goodness, I should have pulled the caps off and just rechecked everything anyway, but I didn't, and here we are. All right. See you guys. Yo, it's Tank. Like and subscribe.